Hello my dear students of class 7, welcome to chemistry class once again. Okay, and today I am going to teach you the new topic of this chapter, that is periodic table, and we are end of this chapter. Okay, so before starting about the periodic table, let us learn first about the structure of an atom which is given in your book. Okay, because there are some terms which you need to know while you are learning the periodic table. Okay, that terms, the definition, that meaning should be clear. Okay, then only you can understand this periodic table and how the elements are arranged in the periodic table. Okay, so let us first learn the structure of an atom, which I have already taught you in my previous online classes also, and I have said you about their charges. Okay, so let us learn again about this. Okay, so this is structure of an atom. You know that atom is the tiniest particle of a matter. It is so tiny, it is very tiny that we cannot see it with our naked eyes. Okay, and after the further studies was done, okay, it was said that atoms are made up of three subatomic particles, or you can say fundamental particles. Okay, and what were the three subatomic particles? Electrons, protons and neutrons. Okay, that atoms are made up of these three subatomic particles. So electrons, which charge they have? They have negative charge. They are negatively charged. Protons, they are positively charged, and neutrons, they are neutral. They have no charge. Okay, so now let us learn about that. So this is the structure of an atom. Okay, one atom I have made here, and I have made the structure. Okay, so you can see here that I have made electron, protons, neutrons, cell. So what are these terms and what it is? Okay, first of all, in the center of an atom, what is there? Nucleus is there. What is there? Nucleus. And which one is the nucleus? This one is the nucleus. Okay, this one is the nucleus. It is present at the center of an atom, and we call this nucleus. This is the nucleus. And in the center of an atom, I said nucleus is present, and inside this nucleus also something is there. And inside this nucleus, what is there? Neutrons and protons are there. Neutrons, protons. The shaded one is the neutrons, and the unshaded one is what? Protons. Nucleus is present at the center of an atom. Inside this atom, what is present? Neutrons and protons. So where is this electron? So this electron is revolving around the nucleus. Electrons are revolving around the nucleus, and how they are revolving? They are revolving according to their energy level. Electron, this is one electron, so that is why I have written electron, and these many are what? These are the electrons. Okay, so these electrons are revolving around the nucleus according to their energy level. Okay, and what is that energy level called? Okay, that energy level is called what? Cell. There are two cells I made here, 1, 2. Okay, this energy level is called what? Cell. That means electrons are revolving around this nucleus in a fixed cell or a fixed orbit, you can say, according to their energy level. Okay, now what I have to say is that the other is, what is valence cell, what is valence electron. Okay, first was that energy level we called cell. Okay, energy level we call cell. Now what is valence cell? Valence cell. What is the valence cell? Okay, so valence cell is the outermost cell of an atom. The outermost cell. Okay, you will see in the atomic structure, or you can say the structure of an atom, when you will see the outermost cell. Okay, the last cell. What we call that? Valence cell. The outermost cell. Okay, what is valence cell? The outermost cell. The outermost cell is called what? Valence cell. Okay, now here you can see that just two cells I have made here. That means the outermost cell is what? This one, and this one we call the valence cell. These are the cells. Okay, but the outermost we call the valence cell. Okay, the outermost cell of an atom, of an element, is called what? Valence cell. Okay, now after valence cell, what is valence electrons? Valence electron. Okay, so what is this valence electrons? So valence shell means what? The outermost shell. So the electrons present in this outermost shell. Electrons are present in every cell. First cell, second cell, third cell. But the electrons present in this valence cell, that means the outermost cell, that we call the valence electron. Okay, the electrons present in the valence cell of an atom, what we call that? Valence electron. Okay, valence electron will be present in where? Valence cell. The outermost cell we call that valence electron. And with the help of this valence electron, we can also know the valency of an element. We can even get the valency. We can even know the valency. Okay. So how to know the valency with the help of this valence electron is that it depends upon the number of electrons present in the valence cell, in the outermost cell. Okay. If the number of valence electron is in the outermost cell, that is in the valence cell, if it is less than 4 or equal to 4, then it will become the valency of that particular element. If number of valence electrons, okay, it is what? It is less electron is less than 4 or equal to 4, okay, then that will be the valency of particular element. Okay, and if the valence electrons are more than 4, so in that case what we have to do? We have to subtract that valence electron from 8. Okay, we have to subtract it from 8. Okay, so when you will subtract it from 8, whatever number you get, that is the valency of that particular element. If in case what I said, the valence electron is less than 4 or equal to 4, this will become the valency of that particular element. If in case, if it is more than 4, so what you have to do? You have to subtract this from 8, and whatever you get, that will be the valency. That will be the valency of that element. Okay, now let us learn the second term. That is atomic number. So what is this atomic number? What I said? Atomic number. So what is this atomic number? Atomic number means the number of protons present in an atom of an element. Okay, how many protons are present in an atom of an element? That will become the atomic number of that element. See, number of protons and the number of electrons are equal. Number of protons and number of electrons are what? They are equal. Okay, so what I said is that the number of protons present in an atom of an element, it will become the atomic number of that element. Okay, for example, atomic number of sodium. Sodium atomic number is how much? Is 11. Okay, sodium atomic number is 11. So see here, I said no, from valence electron we can get the valency of sodium also or other element also. So here the atomic number of sodium is what? 11. Okay, that means the number of protons is how much? 11, and number of electrons are also 11 because the number of protons and number of electrons are equal. Okay, so now I am going to arrange this, okay, in this structure, that is electronic configuration I am going to make. It is not given in a book, but still I am teaching you how to make the electronic configuration. So what you can do is that, okay, this is the nucleus of an atom. Okay, so that means 11 protons will be there. Okay, and mass number of this sodium. Atomic number we denote by Z. Atomic number we denote by the symbol Z. Okay, and what is the mass number? First let me teach you mass number, then I will teach you here. Okay, so what is the mass number is that the total number of protons and the total number of neutrons present in the nucleus of an atom. Okay, total number of protons and the neutrons present in the nucleus of an atom, we call that mass number, and we denote it with the symbol A. Okay, mass number is what? The total number of protons and the neutrons present in the nucleus of an atom. Okay, and atomic number is what? The number of protons present in a nucleus of an atom of an element. Okay, so what I said that atomic number of sodium is what? 11 and mass number of sodium is what? 23. Okay, mass number of sodium is what? 23 and the atomic number of sodium is what? 11. Okay, so by atomic number we can say the number of protons are 11 and we know that protons and electrons are equal, that means number of electrons is also at 11. So what is the number of neutrons? What is the number of neutrons? So to find the number of neutrons, what you have to do, you have to subtract this mass number minus atomic number, you will get the number of neutrons. Okay, so when we will subtract this mass number, that is the total number of what? Protons and neutrons. No, mass number means what? Total number of protons and neutrons. So we know the number of protons, 11. So can we get the number of neutrons? No, by subtracting it. So 23 minus 11. 23 minus 11, how much we will get? Is 12. So number of neutrons are how much? Is 12. Okay, so we will write here 12 neutrons. Okay, so that means 11 protons, 12 neutrons. So I was going to arrange this, no? I was going to arrange this and I am going to make the electronic configuration of this sodium. Okay, and what is the atomic number? 11. Now before making that, I said you about the cells. So there are cells, K cell, L cell, M cell, more cells are there. Okay, so here you can see 11. So how to arrange? Always keep in your mind when you will make the electronic configuration, in the first cell there should be 2 electrons. How many electrons? 2 electrons. Okay. And in the second cell, how many electrons should be there? 8 electrons. Okay, so here you can see that 11. That means 2. I will write here 8. I can write here 8. So 2 plus 8 is how much? 10. But what is the number of protons or the number of electrons? What we say is 11. But here just 10 came. That means 1 is left. So here I will write 1. That means in the outermost cell, that is in the valence cell, how many electrons are there? 1 electron. Okay. So we can make the diagram. What I said, in the first cell there should be how many electrons? 2 electrons. You can make it 2 electrons. And in the second cell, how many electrons should be there? How many? 8 electrons. So I am making here the L cell. So I will make the 8 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And in the third cell, that is the last cell, the outermost cell, which we call the valence cell. So how many electrons is there? Only 1 electron is there. Only 1 electron. So what I said, if the number of valence electron is less than 4 or equal to 4, that becomes the valency of that particular element. So in the outermost cell, you can see that only 1 valence electron is there. That means the valency of sodium is what? 1. Valency of sodium is what? 1. Which you know that's what is the valency of sodium? 1. So in this way also we can get the valency. Okay. Now to become stable, see this sodium is not stable. Okay, to become stable, what they will do, because in the outermost cell there should be 8 electrons, but you can see in the outermost cell, that is valence cell, there is 1 electron. So they don't want this 1 electron. What they will do, they will donate it, they will lose it. Okay, which I have already taught you in the ions, no? That when they lose, when an atom lose 1 electron, so what they become? They become positively charged and we call that cation. Okay, and when it gains the electrons, okay, so what it will become? It will become negatively charged and we call that anion. Okay, here I have shown you with the help of what is this is the electronic configuration of sodium. It is not given in book, but I want to teach you in detail so that it will be clear for you. You will go in the higher class, you will learn more about this. Okay, so I have said you today about so many things, about energy level, we call that cell, about valence cell, the outermost cell. In the outermost cell, the number of electrons present, we call that valence electrons. Okay, what is the atomic number? Is the number of protons. Okay, what is the mass number? Is the total number of neutrons and the protons present in the center of the nucleus there. Okay, so we call that mass number. How to get the number of neutrons? By subtracting this mass number by atomic number. Okay, how to make this also I have said you that there are energy labels K, L, M. Okay, in the first cell there should be 2 electrons. In the second cell there should be 8 electrons in order to become stable. Okay, so and here 1 was there, so I have written 1 at last. Okay, so if you see that valence electrons are what you say less than 4 or equal to 4, what you have to do is that you have to give, okay, it will lose the electrons in order to become stable. Okay, so I hope you have understood today what I have taught you. Okay, I hope you have understood that what I have taught you. Like, one more I want to give example is that about oxygen, which you are very much familiar. So oxygen atomic number, okay, of oxygen atomic number is 8. Mass number that we donate with A is what? Is 16. Okay, so I am going to make the electronic configuration of this oxygen, and I will make you understand how to know the valency of this oxygen also. So what you have to do is that nucleus will be there. In the nucleus, this atomic number is what? Number of protons, that means 8 protons are there. How many neutrons? What you have to do? You have to subtract the mass number minus atomic number. So 16 minus 8 will be what? 8. That means here the number of neutrons are also same. So now we have to make the cells. Okay, how to arrange? We have to arrange this 8 electrons in the cell. Okay, so we will make here K L, okay, because you can see just 8 electrons are there. So I say that in first cell, how many electrons are there? 2 electrons will be there. Okay, and in the second cell, what you have to do? Now whatever left one will be there. Already 8 is there, so from 8 we have written 2. So that means how much is left? Is 6. 6 is left. Okay, so what you have to do? In the first cell, 2 electrons. In the second cell, 6 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can see that in the outermost cell, that is the valence cell, 6 electrons are present. Okay, so what I said that when the number of electrons are more than 4, so what you have to do? You have to subtract it from 8. Okay, because you will get the valency. Okay, so here at the outermost cell, how many electrons are there? 6 electrons. So what we are going to do is that 8 minus 6. So how much we will get? 2. That means the valency of oxygen is what? 2, and you know that valency of oxygen is 2. Okay, so I hope you have understood today whatever I have taught you. Okay, so read at home. So today just I have taught you about the structure of an atom, few terms. In my next class I will teach you about the periodic table, where we will require this valence cell, valence electron, atomic number and all. Okay, so because according to this only the elements are arranged in the periodic table. So for today up to this much I have taught you. This is very much important. Okay, you will learn about this in more detail in your higher classes. Okay, so for today up to this much. Okay, thank you.